love Asian food, but you would like to find a way to make it at home and healthier? Well, this wonderful lady right here, Maria Zouves, has a way to do that. She is a budding chef who focuses on nutrition, but you also know her from the Savannah Voice Festival. She's a famous singer along with her husband, Cheryl Milnes. Maria, it's great to see you again, and today you're going to show us how to make sesame noodle, right?
That's right. This is one of my favorite dishes at home. You would think in my Greek house, you know, I would have more Mediterranean, and I do, but I love Asian food. I think I could just eat that every day. And so I have found ways to sort of clean it up, but also understand the nutrition of what we're eating. You don't have to understand it at home, but if you get into some healthy habits, you can just be so much cleaner in the way that you eat. And then, you know, if you want to splurge and go to a wonderful Asian restaurant, you understand what they put in your food.
Exactly. So. All right. It's always good. Knowledge is good.
Yes.
Okay, but this is something we can all make at home, and if you're gluten-free, this is a good option for you too as well, right?
It's fantastic because we're actually, I'll kind of share what the ingredients are. This is brown rice noodle. So you've got the, right, brown rice, but also it is gluten-free, but cold noodle is something that we call a resistant starch. This is a new fun thing to understand.
Okay.
A resistant starch is when a normal starch sort of changes its chemistry and is more feeding your gut and your microbiome than it is you. And so it helps with your glycemic index.
Oh, that's
so
great.
that's why cold rice is so good. Cold potatoes, cold rice, even cold bananas. If you freeze bananas, they become a resistant starch.
Wow.
So this is something that's very good for your gut and really good for the way that your body processes a carbohydrate. And when we add the vinegar, it actually changes it even more. So really fun chemistry. It's like a chemistry lesson. So we'll get started with that.
Okay.
What we're going to do is make our sauce first. So we're starting with tahini. We're not going to use peanuts in this. A lot of people have peanut allergies.
Okay,
it's a real problem. So what we want to do is give alternative seeds and nuts to enjoying a meal like this. So this is actually tahini, but it's sesame seed.
All right.
Sesame seed is so good for you. It's good for your skin. It's got folates, it's got vitamin B, it's got all sorts of things, antioxidants that really help with aging and with cell development.
One little tiny seed.
And just one little tiny seed. So this is our base. So we're actually starting with a half a cup of this. And then I like to keep recipes simple. So all the sauce ingredients are really 2 tablespoons of each.
Oh.
Isn't that easy to remember?
Easy to keep track of,
2 tablespoons. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna have you start to blend that. So we're gonna have Coco Amino instead of soy, if you're not a soy person. So we're gonna add the Coco Amino.
Just
Go ahead and
right
add
here, all of it?
Add it all in there,
Okay.
just so much fun. And then we're gonna add some rice vinegar in there. That's a wonderful vinegar. It's very aromatic. And then,
Oh, it all smells great.
I know, and this is like kind of a little secret. This is maple syrup, maple syrup. I can't even believe maple syrup. So put that in there.
Okay.
And then the magic that you've been smelling all this time, Patty,
it's so great.
is we're layering the sesame with sesame oil. Roasted sesame oil is just magical in Asian food. And then I'm gonna give you the option of deciding what's gonna happen with this, because this is actually, it's pulverized garlic, fresh garlic, and then this is a chili paste. You decide how much is gonna go in there, and that's the beauty of it. If you're not into that pungent stuff, you can go mild.
Okay.
So, ooh, I see you're not. Good for you.
Let's go for it.
Well, we can talk all
there.
about antioxidants and garlic, so I'm all for that.
Okay.
And then if you like a little bite, it also adds a little sweet to it. So
Okay.
it's, you know, it's very good
about
for your
that?
digestion. That's perfect.
Okay.
In fact, I would have chosen that amount. So good for you.
All right.
And then the best part about it now is that we just whip it up. So you want to just whisk that up for us?
Okay.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Oh, you're the expert. You do it, Maria.
Okay,
Show everybody
all
how to do
right.
it the right way.
That's wonderful. And then this is going to create just a real, yeah, I know, right? It smells so darn good. And I have a little water on hand, but I don't think we're gonna need it because the water actually will thin it out, but it looks like this is in good shape.
Can you keep this in the fridge for a couple
You
of days?
can, you can. I usually just keep it on hand in like a jar, like a little salad jar. If you added more vinegar to this, and a little more sesame oil, you actually could make a sesame dressing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's a lot of versatility to having these kinds of things on hand is like a fabulous way to just you know, have a little Asian kick in your weekly cuisine. So see how it's thickened up like that? Isn't that pretty?
That's nice.
Yeah, can you smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, can you smell it? I can't smell it.
No, we only had smell-o-vision.
No smell-o-vision.
I know.
I'm so sad for that because this smells appetizing. And then what we're gonna do is just go ahead and put that in there, and then we're gonna mix it up in a bigger
Make sure
bowl.
our viewers can see
That's
everything.
right. Look
All
at that beautiful color too. That is so gorgeous. And you can see some of the chili flakes in there. Oh, and the smell again is just amazing. I picked a real pretty bright bowl for the colors, and we're gonna add so much more color to this, you're not even gonna believe it.
Whoop.
Yeah, that's all right, that's okay. And what I do is I make the noodle ahead of time, so what you wanna do is if you're gonna make that noodle ahead of time, douse it in a bunch more sesame oil so it doesn't stick together.
Okay.
And you know, where we talked about the magic of sesame, so we're gonna take those tongs and we're gonna just mix it up. So grab those black tongs for me, Patty, and we're gonna mix this up, and I'm going to add a little more of the sesame oil just to make it, there, oh my gosh, so good.
So it's all mixed together, Maria. Okay,
Look at that.
looks
Isn't that beautiful?
fantastic. Now we
Oh.
get to add the beautiful layers
Now
on
we get
top.
to add color, but mainly what I talk about layering.
Yeah.
When you make a dish, you can add so much more nutrition just by layering some fun condiments. We think of the parsley sprig as something pretty, but it's edible. And parsley, again, is one of those beautiful foods that adds so many micronutrients and antioxidants and digestive health. So we want, you know, that's the boring part, but if we understand that when we add color to our meal, we're adding nutrition, it makes it just feel good to serve to our family, right?
Well, look at all the beautiful
look at
color
this.
you have right here.
So we get to pick all these gorgeous colors. So what we've got, I'll just share with you what we have here. This is sugar snaps, which I love, they're sweeter. Parsley, like I said. This is broccoli microgreens. They have even more nutrients than broccoli.
Wow, I
and
didn't
as we
realize
know,
that.
broccoli's a little hard to eat, right? So this is much easier. This is beautiful red cabbage, which has antioxidants like crazy. And then of course our shredded carrots, and then a little bit of red onion if you wish. And then I'm even gonna put a little more seed in it with some pumpkin seed.
I love how you add pumpkin seeds to a lot of your foods. They're
I'm
so good for you.
obsessed with
Yeah,
pumpkin
they're
seed.
delicious.
So why don't you grab some? I'll grab some. You pick a corner and we'll work in.
Okay.
So I'll like start in this corner right here. I like to just make it look like a Cobb salad, you know. So we're gonna start here. Look at that. You don't need a lot, but it sure does go a long way. And then we're gonna add this here. And then
The parsley just
yeah,
added on
you
the
can
side.
add any way you want. It's like
Look how festive and gorgeous
it's a
this
canvas, right? We're just playing. This is where you can do this with your kids, where kids can develop a really huge appreciation for food and how it adds a lot of nutrition. And then what we'll do is we'll just like add a little bit more to the green. And then do you want to add some onions? I
Yes.
think it would be
Oh
really
my gosh, I
pretty.
love red onions.
So just
Okay.
throw those in that little pocket there.
is. Right here?
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my gosh, we've made a gorgeous little painting here. And then we're gonna just finish with the pumpkin seeds. And then we're done.
Voila, your
And
sesame
voila,
noodle dish.
Sesame noodle. But now we've got to eat it.
Okay,
Isn't that
I'm ready.
terrible?
Let's do it.
You want to hand me my bowl?
Oh, yeah. I thought
Okay.
you would never ask.
Oh, I hate to even ruin this, but we're going to. So we're going to mix this up. And what's also nice when you serve it for a party, like whatever the occasion, if people don't like the cabbage or the onion, if you do it in lines like this, they can work around
smart,
it.
yeah.
And just grab the vegetable that they like. And it always disappears. Like when you serve this at a party, it's gone. I've never had any leftovers of this dish. So I'll grab my chopsticks.
Here you go.
And what do we do? Do we toast to this? I don't know.
Sure,
We
or, yeah, let's-
look at how
Okay,
beautiful.
nice.
Toast.
Bon appetit.
Yeah.
If I can get it in. All right, thank you, Maria.
Mm.